How did mud defeat the greatest knights of France? Agincourt, 1415. France came with armor, with banners, with horses, with the finest knights of the kingdom. England came with hunger, with disease, with rain, and with a field that was already becoming a trap. This was not supposed to be a great battle. For the French, it was supposed to be an execution. Henry V's men were far from home. They were sick, they were starving. Many could barely stand. But now, the road to Calais was blocked. Behind them, exhaustion. Ahead, France. And between them, a wet field near Agincourt. The night before, it had rained. It beat against the helmets, against the bows, against the ploughed earth. By morning, the field was no longer just a field. It had become thick, heavy clay. Every step cost strength. Every hoof sank deeper. Every man in armor grew heavier. On one side stood the English, wet, filthy, silent. The archers pushed arrows into the ground. They did not look like men who were about to win. They looked like men with nowhere left to retreat. Henry walked the line, a young king, mud on his armor. Only a cold understanding. If they broke here, there would be nothing left. On the other side stood France, wealthy, heavy, confident. To them, the English were already nearly dead. All that remained was to walk over and finish it. But the field was narrow, too cramped for such a massive force, too wet for heavy horses, too deep for knights in plate. France saw a path to victory. Henry saw something else. He saw a corridor. He understood. If the French entered it, their strength would become their burden. The signal was given. The great army began to move. At first, it looked magnificent. Steel, horses, banners. But the field saw weight. Hooves began to sink. Horses lost their footing. The mud was stealing their speed. And then, the English bows spoke. The sky went dark. The first line was already sinking. The second pressed into their backs. All that brilliant force had begun to crush itself. France was not weak. It was simply too heavy for this field. Agincourt was not won by the arrow alone. It was a victory of ground over armor. That day, the knights of France learned that steel can become a prison. And that an army too certain of its own strength can be destroyed by the ground beneath its own feet.